So Cats fans, how does this make you feel? Patty Dangerfield, we love him. He's our adored captain, premiership player, Brownlow medalist. He's basically done it all now thanks to the 2022 success of the Geelong Cats. He's our captain. He's doing an amazing job. He is currently injured at the moment, which is not ideal. But there's been some news that's popped up in the last hour, as of when I record this, that leaves me a bit concerned. Do you remember this? Patty Dangerfield, the Crow. What if there was a possibility that that could happen again? What if there's a possibility that he could depart the Cats at the end of the season? Well, that's what's being floated around at the moment. What's up, everyone? My name is Paul James. This is the Hoops Crew. We do awesome stuff here. I'm going to pick through the possibility of Patty Dangerfield leaving the Geelong Football Club. So there's a report that's popped up. Now, I don't think SEM was the original source of it. In fact, it was Channel 7's Mitch Cleary that's kind of been reporting on it. But the Crows are launching a bid to bring Patty Dangerfield back to Adelaide. And as a Cats fan, it leaves me a little bit confused and concerned. As a broader supporter of football, I wonder if it leaves me even more confused. I don't know. I don't really know where I stand. I guess I'd love to get the opinions of some neutrals. If you happen to be a neutral supporter watching this now, why is beyond me, but thank you for coming and sticking around and checking out all of our stuff. We do a great job. That's probably why. Let us know in the comments what you think here as a neutral. Adelaide has made a bid to lure Patty Dangerfield back to the club. Now, of course, Patty Dangerfield spent 8 years at the Crows before departing, joining the Cats in time for season 2016. It was winning the Brownlow medal and going on to be an incredible leader for the Cats, playing his best football at Geelong, winning the Brownlow, winning a premiership, becoming the captain. He's done it all with the Cats, but he was no mug at the Crows either. In fact, one of my greatest Patty Dangerfield memories outside of his first game for the Cats and absolutely tearing the Hawks a new one and tearing another one when he busted up his leg as well and kicked 5 on one leg. All the, there's some amazing Patty Dangerfield Geelong related memories, but I also had this amazing memory of him going head to head with Nate Fyfe when he was playing for the Crows. The two of them didn't tag each other. They just went head to head in an amazing contest where arguably Fyfe maybe got the chocolates. It's a bit of a coin toss really as to how that game played out. But certainly one of my fondest memories of Patty Dangerfield, and certainly the moment where I've gone, this bloke would be amazing as a Cat, was that particular game against Nat Fyfe. And the report has come out here from Mitch Cleary, where he says that the Crows are targeting 34-year-old to bring someone with his age and experience into the club to help the young playing group. Dangerfield played 154 games for the Crows from 2008 to 2015 before requesting a trade to Geelong, near where he grew up in Moggs Creek. Cleary says the Adelaide's Dangerfield pitch is a sign of how busy the club will be off-season. Adelaide has made an audacious bid to lure Patrick Dangerfield back to where he started, Cleary told 7 News. The Crows recently pitching the prospect of Dangerfield's age and experience to be the perfect addition to the Crows' young list. Now, let's wade through this a little bit. I'm baffled by this whole thing. And maybe, look, to be fair, maybe Patty is as well. Maybe this is not on the table at all, but of course it's footy journalism and it's something that's happened, and so it's getting reported on, no matter how likely or unlikely it may happen to be in this case. And as actually we can see in the report here, Cleary believes the most likely scenario is that Patty Dangerfield will remain a Cat. Now, I've got reasons why I believe that'll be the case too, and we'll talk about those shortly. But let's kind of dissect, I guess, the Adelaide thinking here a little bit. They do have a young list. It is growing, but they are not suffering from a dearth of age and experience. They've got Tex Walker, who's been there for just as longer than Patty Dangerfield. They're about the same vintage. They've been there for a long time. They've obviously just had Rory Sloane retire, and he retired due to injuries and those sorts of things. And so it makes me confused as to why they would bring Patty Dangerfield in. Not because he's no good, because we know he's brilliant. We've still seen brilliance from him this year alone. But the bloke's had 2 hamstring issues this year, one of them being a pretty substantial one. And so, yes, his leadership off-field can be great, but you can still leverage a Rory Sloane for that. You can still leverage Tex Walker for that. You've got plenty of other experience on and off-field who are going to be incredibly valuable for the club. It's on-field leadership that I guess you're looking for specifically, but the bloke's now just starting to have some hamstring issues and show signs of slowing down a touch. And I don't want him out of the Geelong list. He's doing an incredible job, and he's a great leader. And if the body holds up towards the end of the year, there's no reason why shouldn't go around again next year. But it feels like an odd one for the Crows. They've got plenty of talent. They've got plenty of experience. And as useful as I'm sure Patty Dangerfield would be, I feel like you can get years of experience and leadership and subtract 5 years from their age, from that player's age as well. There's plenty of players that fit that bill. Now, we know there's been a lot of reporting. It went on during the last trade period as well. Think about Clayton Oliver and how hard Adelaide went for him amongst everything that was going on for Clary at the end of the year last year. We know Adelaide is going hard for a midfielder, and they are going especially hard for kind of experienced midfielders, and not necessarily the youngest, but those who've got runs on the board and have been doing it for a while. Clayton Oliver fit the bill. Patty Dangerfield fits the bill. But I think Patty Dangerfield's on the wrong side of the age profile here for the Crows. It doesn't make a lot of sense through that lens. But who am I to judge? They will, they've got qualified and employed people that know far better than I. It feels very strange, though. So let's shift gears a little bit to Patty Dangerfield, the Cat, the Premiership captain. And let's discuss why he's going to stay. I don't see this happening at all. Now, he is a free agent. He could go there, or to any club, for that matter, for nothing. He won't go, though. He's built this amazing place in Moggs Creek. His life is set up. He's the captain of the Cats. That's probably the one thing that he was kind of craving after the Premiership. Now, admittedly, that happened almost instantly because Premiership, Joel Selwood retires, Patty Dangerfield becomes captain. But he's ticked everything he possibly can at the club. Continues to be an incredible leader for the Cats. Represents the club so incredibly well. I don't see there being any incentive for him to go, let alone to travel at this particular point in time. He returned home to Moggs Creek. He went interstate and he got homesick and wanted to go home. And so he did. So now with young children, school age, the schools, kindergartens, those family responsibilities, now's not the time, right near the end of his career, to pack up and move. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And so Patty Dangerfield won't be going anywhere. If anything happens to Patty Dangerfield at the end of the year, it's maybe retirement. But I don't wish that on him. Again, I think he's a phenomenal leader, and I think has at least another 12 months beyond this year to potentially offer. And I think a lot of that's really just dependent on how his body holds up. If that hamstring comes back, it's fine. The talk is that he's not going to come back until after the round 14 bye. I think that's a very responsible decision by the club. Look after the bloke and get him locked and loaded for an assault on a premiership in 2024. He may yet finish this year as a premiership captain, which would be an amazing achievement for him. One final notch on the belt that he, may never have been otherwise able to achieve, and probably felt pretty unrealistic even when he became captain, simply because he knew there wouldn't be a lot of years where he could be the leader of the Cats. So I don't understand it. And of course, he's yet to comment, and I don't think he will comment, nor should he. We've just spoken about Sam Draper and comments about what the movements of the clubs. He can, of course, reference his own status and what he plans to do, but I don't see him going anywhere. The Cats would be foolish to let him go as both the on-field captain, as an off-field leader, though, as well. There's so many reasons why you want to hang on to Patty Dangerfield, no matter what he's costing, no matter how old he might be. He's huge for this game. He's huge for the Geelong Football Club. And while it makes sense in a whole range of different reasons why another club, specifically and most logically, I guess the Crows, might want to try and poach him, in the words of Taylor Swift, we're never getting back together, like ever. It's not happening. Patty Dangerfield is not going to be an Adelaide Crow ever again. And I'll be absolutely shocked if this plays out. Right now, Patty Dangerfield is in the window to attack the 2024 Premiership. And I sincerely hope, as a Geelong supporter, but as a long-time fan of Paddy's, before he even joined the Cats, I sincerely hope he can finish his career as a premiership captain as well. It would be an amazing accomplishment. Cats fans, Adelaide fans, if you're watching, neutrals, let us know in the comments what you think. Patty Dangerfield, should he finish his career as a Cat? Should he return back to the club that first gave him his opportunity? Could he go somewhere else? Is retirement this year? Is it next year? Where does he fit at this particular point in time in terms of a retirement plan? Let us know in the comments what you think. Hit us up on social media at The Hoops Crew. Find me at Paul James Games. Let us know all your thoughts. Check out our Patreon where you can get early access to a whole bunch of content. You can sign up for 7 days of free access. You get the full suite of everything we offer. Just get a bit of a taste, see if you like it, and consider sticking around for more. Cats fans, thank you very much, as always, for watching. Remain Geelong strong, and I'll see you next time.